everyone. Welcome to Thomas Was Alone. I'm playing this game at the behest of a friend, so I have no idea what we're in for. I think it's a platformer, but that's about all I know. Let's dive right in. Enter. Click. Spacebar. That's what it is. The program was a failure. People forget this. It was a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings to that ALS as a joke. Thomas AT20 OK.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
Okay.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity.
This is very...
1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
As I was saying, this is very Stanley Parable.
Interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
Imagine that.
It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery. A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Oops. See, I had it in the beginning, but I missed it intentionally. I jumped off intentionally because I thought there might be secrets. But no.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted.
Oops. Sorry for cutting you off there.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted.
Got it.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Paranoia. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might or might not be important.
Oh, there's something up there. Is there a secret? I do love me some secrets. Very nice music.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
Charming.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
No secrets on this one. But I will find them. Every single one of them.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot this would happen. Overlapping scripts. More than one AI was bound to be spawned into an environment at some point. Okay.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Oh.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful, it's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Chris does not like us, but we like Chris. Here you go, Chris. You ungrateful guy. Hang on, this is loud. Oh, music. That's better. Now we go back to Thomas.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Nice little puzzle.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. Fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Easy.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Well, Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Surely Thomas can make it to this platform without Chris's help. Now I bet Thomas is ecstatic.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Oh no, Chris. Okay, he can make it. There we go. Alright. So a nice little puzzle platformer. You got this, Chris. And now it's Thomas's turn. Thomas, he's got this, you know? He's got that moxie. Oh my god. I'm going to die so very many times. Anyway. I'm going to turn down that music even more. That is... There we go. Now I can hear myself think. Alright. Boom.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Oh, that's funny. There we go. Boom.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
You got this, Chris. Now Thomas. Now Chris. You got this, lads.
John inhaled the air of the open space.
Holy
and it
shit,
smelled
John can jump like
awesome.
crazy.
Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done.
No kidding,
John
dude.
decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
Great job, John. Alright, Thomas. Help Chris out. Alright, John. Show us the way. I see you. You can't hide from me. Find the first achievement pickup. That implies there's a second one. There better not be a second one. Sorry everyone, I was just a little overwhelmed by how much there was going on. Okay. John, help Thomas out. Now Thomas. Okay. Alright. Very straightforward. Get to the portal. Simple formula, but a good one
John
nonetheless.
was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Okay, so John's gonna have to help these guys up. Okay. So we need to get Chris on this side. Yeah. And now we get Thomas on this side, and then Chris on Thomas, and then Chris can get up. There you go. Oh boy. gonna need to do another one of these jobs. Help us out, John. Alright, Chris. Chris goes here. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, never mind. We don't need to do the full thing. Alright. Thomas helps Chris. This is a lot of switching, guys. I gotta, like, figure out who goes where and which goes to what. But we'll bring John up.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Okay, Chris is gonna need a bit of help getting up here. So we're gonna wait for the elevator to take Chris up. Now jump. Now we take Chris as far as he can. Oh no! So that's what happens if you don't fit. So we're not going to risk another one of those. We're going to get Thomas up there and then get... Oops. We're not going to get Thomas up there. We're going to... just going to jump off. We're just going to jump off the platform. Because, really, who needs to reach their goals? Reaching goals is lame. Okay. So Thomas gets up. Then John. John should be able to help everyone. Oh.
The angry orange one was less immediately likable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
Chris is a bit of a asshole. Alright, Thomas, help Chris up. And now we do one of these. And now... Now we do one of those. Got it. Well, that was probably a super loud mic vein that I'm gonna have to edit out. Come on, Chris. You really can't make it up there? Okay. Now we get Thomas. Wait, can I do a... Oh! We can do one of those. That's a pretty cheeky maneuver. But that's still not gonna fly. There we go. Alright, now Thomas should be able to get up. Then Chris, and then John. There we go.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing. John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
Okay. So, John. Will help Chris.
Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them.
I think John's a bit of an asshole, guys. Don't ask me why I think that, but something just tells me that John kind of sucks. The initial route improves. The air spread these variations became increasingly extreme.
So, this was how Claire would die.
Oh no, Claire.
She knew it would happen eventually. She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order.
No, Claire. That's not
Crumbling
true.
pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed.
No, Claire.
Wait, what? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realized she had superpowers. She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
Oops. Sorry, John. Platforming goddess. Right here. Oh.
All right. Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you.
You got this, Claire.
Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Alright. Claire takes them across. And... And now Claire goes back across. And Claire's in. Thomas is in. Chris is in. And then John is in. Claire's my favorite. Thomas is nice and all, but Claire's my favorite.
Claire arrived just in time. It was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Oh, rising water. I see. Okay. Okay. So it's just Claire and Thomas. Alright. I like me a little time
As the water
trial.
began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
It's gonna be 0 restarts, because I am a gaming legend.
Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good psych.
Okay. Well, it would have been
Claire
0
arrived
restarts.
just in time. It was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
It would have been 0 restarts if, you know, if there hadn't been the... Oops. Sometimes it just doesn't
Claire
jump.
arrived
I don't
just
know
in
why.
time. It was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to
Yes,
arrive.
yes, hurry up. Alright. Now Claire carries Thomas upwards.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Okay, so it's probably gonna be at least one more restart because
Claire wondered,
we gotta get that. We got it.
was she more the lone evan-
Got it.
Claire arrived just in time. It was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Alright, we got the thing. We are good.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Alright, so we got the achievement thing. No. Oh
Claire
no.
wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
There we go. Alright, John. It's your job to help Claire out.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
Sorry, Claire. Sometimes it really do be like that. Alright. Now, let's see. Okay. So we probably don't need Chris anymore. Whoa, game was not a fan of that. Oops. Sorry, Chris.
Claire probably needed a nemesis, a villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough. His jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
How are we gonna get John across? Maybe there's another way. Like, maybe we can get Chris up here, and Thomas up here, and John can platform all the way up. No. Oh, there's a button. feel a little silly. Alright. Claire ferries Chris. Claire ferries John. And Claire ferries Thomas. Then Claire stays here. And Thomas goes here. Chris goes here. John goes here. And Chris can probably platform up there. Chris can platform up here. And then Thomas does the same. And then it's John's turn. Easy peasy.
Oh. Wait. Where's Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall?
Absolutely.
Claire was honest. And she had to be because she was a superhero. This was a troubling turn of events. Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
Over there. And then Thomas does one of these. And John goes here. And then Claire ferries him across. Easy peasy. Alright. Now Claire goes up here. She can't push anyone, can she? Right. Down goes Claire. Right, John helps Thomas. And then John helps himself.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse.
Oh, well, Thomas should be able to get across himself.
They
Now
were doing really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
Oops. Alright. Now it's John's turn. Wow, John can jump really far. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Right. Now Thomas can... Oh. Thomas can frickin' die. That's what Thomas can do. Okay. Okay, I see. All right. Excuse me. Gee, what happens when I hit the spikes? Death. That's what happens.
Claire was alone. Which was odd, because she wasn't meant to be alone. She needed to be where there were rectangles to save. Being the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object. Spikes? It was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff.
Made it. Oh my god. Okay, so we definitely gotta be up on. There we go. Oh, ouchie. Okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind with this game, aren't I? It's alright. Boom. Again? Oh, we just have Thomas. Okay. Ouch. Double whammy.
Deja vu. The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong. It was a disturbance in the Force. Something had altered the Matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
Oh, that's faster. Thomas. Okay. Thomas, you gotta go. And now Thomas goes on top of Claire. And Claire goes here, and then Thomas goes here. And everything's hunky-dory. Easy. Built protections into the system. When overlaps occurred, the world generated a splitter to remove the unwanted additionals. It's like a white blood cell. It investigates, it captures, and it removes from play. Weird. Meta. Alright.
Laura was pleased this one was behind a wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out. As long as he didn't find out what she could do. Which would never happen so long as they stayed separate.
What's your secret, Laura? Where are you hiding from us?
Laura didn't have time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud. It had been following her for some time, and it had kept itself to itself until now. More important was the little orange thing, which was looking at her in a way that she kind of, well, liked.
Oh,
As the square,
we have an
someone
antagonist.
introduced himself as Chris, bounced atop Laura. She began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had. They'd all bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned.
Chris would never.
Only the ominous pixel cloud ever remained, looking a little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing friend.
Oh. So, what my hypothesis is that that pixel cloud is a debugger for this game, and that these shapes are
With every
the
bounce,
bugs.
Laura found herself less and less irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something.
Right? All right, Laura, you're up. Okay.
She'd wonder what he was up to. Was he missing? He wasn't saying very much.
You know, I didn't really have any expectations going into this game, but I certainly didn't have any of romance.
Chris was in love. She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her. Probably best to wait for a moment the large, ominous pixel cloud wasn't about there. Yeah, probably best to wait.
Alright, Laura. Now you hop up. What's your deal, Pixel Cloud? Calm down, Chris. Alright, Laura, save Chris. Chris is all like traumatized from that. Whoa. Okay. John, you're probably the best candidate for this
Was
situation.
massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
Oh, did I mess this up? No. Surely not. Dark pixel cloud. Alright, that's all Chris.
Was it too early to refer to Laura as his girlfriend? Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off.
John, this is your forte. Oops. I need to jump first. Sometimes doesn't register my jump, which is a little irritating considering it's a platformer, but okay, Laura's good. Oh. Move Chris. Right, Thomas and Chris. And now it's John's turn. And Chris's turn. Then Thomas's turn.
The others seemed suspicious of Laura and the eager-looking pixel cloud of death which seemed to be watching her. Sure, they'd use her inherent bounciness to reach slightly higher jump points, but they wouldn't strike up a conversation with her. Chris found them rude.
That is rude. Laura deserves
Rude?
better.
And always there.
Okay. Can I reach up there without Laura? No. Alright, now Chris help, or John help. What have I done? It's alright. They made it so I can't soft-like myself, because they're good game developers. And now John ferries Laura over. Laura ferries herself over. John fixes himself in there, and then Chris goes all the way across. And doesn't get attacked by the pixel cloud.
The others wouldn't drop it. Who's that cloud guy? Why is he following us? What's that rumbling hungry sound he keeps making? Chris, can we just leave Laura behind?
Wow, they're so messed up. You know, I think better of, like, Thomas of all people. Wait, can I get below here? Can I? Can I break this? Tell me I can break it. I want to break it. Okay. So what if we have Chris here, and then Laura here? Interesting. What if it's John that gets forced down? Alright, well, I guess that was pointless. Okay. Let's actually go about doing this. John scouts everything out. And now we get over. Just like
Rude.
that. Okay. So Laura's gonna be a bit of a pain to get up. Never mind, she might be actually pretty easy to get up. Feels like some kind of innuendo, but I'm not gonna think about that too hard. Now, Laura gets up. Oh, we had it. Why did... Don't make that same mistake again. It's alright making mistakes, just don't make the same ones over and over again. Where does this go? Okay. Alright, Chris. I think Chris can make it all the way up here. This is gonna be rough with all 5 of them. Now we wait all the way for the thing to cycle. And then we go up. And then Thomas, help Laura up. Okay. Chris and Thomas help Laura up. Okay. John, help Laura up. No. Alright. Now it's Chris's turn. Boy, that noise isn't gonna get tiresome anytime soon. There we go. Okay, here it comes. Alright, Thomas. Okay, let's do that without killing Thomas. Oh my god. No. Thomas. Not Chris. Alright. Okay. This is a job for Chris, who needs to move here. And then Thomas makes it so Chris can easily get up there.
Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Like those losers from before. Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Like those losers from before.
Okay, so Chris is 1, Laura is 2, Thomas is 3, John is 4, what's her face is 5. I've already forgotten her name. Laura is 2, Chris is 1,
These ones seem to be sticking around too.
John is 4. And you. My God, Chris. Yeah. There's something up there. Okay. So how do we do it? How do we get to it? Well, we get John, then we get Thomas, then we get Chris. Okay, so I think I know how to do this. We gotta get you up here. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so surely this should be enough. Okay. Well, now I don't even know how we're going to get Chris up there. There's something up there. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright. Thomas brings everyone over here. And now John. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get up there. Well, I tried. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today. Yeah, it's been a while. I will see you all in the next episode. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're feeling extra spicy. But other than that, yes, I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.